Hey tastemakers, Tanya here. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm making some homemade vegetable stock. I'm participating in two things this month. Veganuary, I'm doing meat-free meals, and also a pantry challenge, which I'm only going to use items from my freezer, refrigerator, and pantry to make meals this month. I'm not going to the grocery store, I'm not buying anything else. So I looked through the pantry and I saw I have a cabbage. You know, I love to make cabbage soup, so I have a cabbage. I'm going to make another cabbage soup. Every time, and I always tell you guys that whenever you cut an onion or some celery, when you cut the ends of that onion, you save it in a freezer bag. And this is what I do. So I always have fixings for stock. Over the holidays, you get the best celery. So I stock up on celery, and whatever I don't use in a recipe, I save it so I can have stock. So I put it in my freezer bag. So that's what I'm doing today. And don't throw away the ends of that celery. The stalky, the base of the celery, cut that off, clean that off, and that makes the best stock. So that's what I'm using here. And then here's my onions. I have 4 cloves of fresh garlic, and we have a scallion, a green onion in there. Before it goes bad, I'm using that. And that's all I do. So I'm gonna put these veggies in my Instant Pot. I think I can use another onion, a little half of an onion piece here. And I'm gonna fill it up with water all the way up to the max line. Where it says maximum, I'm gonna fill it with water. Before my hubby got me this Instant Pot, I used to do this in an old-fashioned pressure cooker or just on the stove. So whatever you have, if you're doing it on top of the stove, let it simmer for an hour. So this is going to make the basic Instant Pot. This is a 5 quart. So I'm making 5 quarts of vegetable stock. Right, let me bring that over. Let you see, doesn't take a whole lot to get a lot of flavor. So we have that. And I'm gonna just start off with 2 teaspoons of salt. So I'm gonna go low sodium. And for 5 quarts, that's really not a lot, but it's a start. And this is a teaspoon. That's a lot. That's a lot of salt. And veggie stock is so easy. Unlike if you're making chicken stock or with some meat, takes so much longer, but a nice vegetable stock is easy. It's very flavorful. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pressure cook this, and we're making broth. I'm going to put it on the broth setting. let it go. And I'll come back when it's done. And I'll show you what I do with my stock once it's cooked and cooled and all that. Okay, fam, so while the stock or the broth is still, excuse me, the broth is still cooking in the Instant Pot, I think we have 1 minute left. But while it's cooking, I always pull out my containers, and what I'll do once it's done cooking, I'll let it slow release and then cool down a little bit, and then I'll take one of these bowls here and I'll strain it, and then I'll strain it again and I'll put it in my containers. This is a 5-quart container here, so I think these are, 4 cups, maybe 3 cups come in here. Let me see. This is 2 cups. Yeah, 2 cups. I'll put 2 cups of stock in that one. This one doesn't say. I think it's maybe 4 cups. That's 1 quart, 2 quarts, 3, 4 quarts. And there's, so this will be 5. So I get 5 quarts, 5 different containers that will hold 5 quarts of my stock, or I might even put it in these. I'll just see, you know, I leave myself room to decide what do I want to do. Do I want to put them in these? The only reason it takes a long time for these to defrost. So that's 24 ounces, yeah, 8, 16. So I might put use these, but the point is you know, while you know, get your containers ready and just wait for it to cook and cool, and you know, make good use of your time, because as a former caterer, people always want to hear my tips for catering. It's all about organization, being prepared, and you know, not wasting time. Okay, so when this is all done, I'll come back when I start, you know, loading up my containers. Okay. All right, guys, it's a gloomy, rainy day, perfect day to do these types of things. Okay, for my younger, my young homemakers and my new tastemakers, you know, it's all about making do with what we have. You know, don't throw away stuff. You know, these were like, you know, the ends of onions and celery, and we're making a beautiful stock, and this vegetable stock just adds such a depth and deliciousness to all of your dishes. If you're going to steam some cabbage, you put your stock in there. You're going to steam your beans, you're cooking your black beans, pinto beans, black eyed peas, put your stock in there. If you're steaming collard greens and broccoli, put your stock in there. So that's why this is so important. So I wanted to do this video. I know I said I was going to close out, but I wanted to do this video because this is the foundation of a lot of meat-free meals, okay? And you know, you can add these to your meat-filled meals, but this month we're talking about meat-free. So, all right. Okay, tastemakers, we are done. Our stock is done. It's rainy outside. I got hubby here with me. He's off today, so I got a treat. So let's see. And I put this on the broth setting. So this is what I do when my broth is done. Take one of these containers, I put a strainer on it, and I strain my stock. Be careful. See how I spilled that all over? It's beautiful. And veggie stock is so pretty and clear. Unlike if you're using a animal protein, you will get like some foam, but you don't get that. But the veggie stock is seasoned just enough. See that? It's gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to strain off the solid parts. And I run it through hang on just a minute, I'm going to bring you guys down. All right, that's good. And I run it through again. See how beautiful and clear that is? That's liquid gold right there. Now, if you use the traditional onions, celery, and carrots, the original mirepoix, that's fine. And any other herbs, but this is what I use. This is what I always have on deck: onions, celery, and garlic, and water and salt. That's all. 5 ingredients. Is that 5 or 4? But that's all I need. And just keep doing that until all of your stock is in your containers, okay? So let me take a taste test. And then when you use your stock in your recipe, then that's when you adjust the seasonings. That's perfect, guys. That's perfect. Not too salty, but flavorful. Taste the garlic, the onions, and celery. All you need, okay? Okay, guys, well, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. So just wanted to share with you how to make a fabulous homemade vegetable stock. All right, guys, see you in my next video. And if you like my vibe, hit subscribe and join the Tastemakers tribe. And hit that bell notification so you'll be notified the next time I upload any new content. And at the end of this video, you will see a playlist of all meat-free soups and vegetarian meat-free soups. And yeah, I think that's all. You'll see videos where you can continue watching on how to make meat-free meals, okay? All right, see you in my next video. Bye. Bye, Mom.